Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here with you again. Today I'm going to show you how to play the rather famous and not that difficult to play guitar solo to Living on a Prayer by Ritchie, Sambora and Bon Jovi. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial and this one goes a little something like this. Kind of like that. So we're soloing in the key of E minor using the E natural minor scale. We're coming out of this rhythm with just power chords E to C to D and then G to C to D. And then G to C to D. Right? And then we have these harmonics that kind of kickstart the solo. Kind of like that, right? So we're on the two middle strings at the 12th fret, right? Then we're going to back it up to 7, catch some of the B string along with the D and the G, and then off to 5. Kind of like that. And then grab your whammy bar, give it a little bit of whammy bar vibrato, right? And then we're into the solo proper with this. All going on the 5s and 7s of the A and the D strings, starting on the 7 of the A. We're going to pull that off to 5, back onto 7. Then you're going to go 5 onto 7 of the D, and then you're going to go into a quick full step bend. If you can grab a pinch harmonic on that bend, great, right? And release it back to the natural note, off to a double hit on the 5s of the A. There's the pinch harmonic right there, right? And then we're into this. So we're kind of raking down the 12s of the G, B, and the high E, and then we're going to drop onto 14, 15 of the high E. Kind of like that, right? Then you're going to roll that 15 of the high E up to 15 of the B, off to 12. Coming off that 12, you're going to go 13, 15, right into a double bend. And then release it back to the natural note and give it a little bit of vibrato, right? And then we're into this. So we got this kind of chukka-chukka going here, double stops on the 12s of the G and the B, onto 14, back off to 12. That kind of deal right there. Right? Into this. So we're going to back our index up to 11 of the G, little half step bend release, and then 12, 12 of the D and the A. Right? And then we're going to do that rake again, but we're going to finish it just a little bit differently. We're going to rake down those 12s. We're going to go 14, 15 again, up to 15 of the B, off to 12 of the B. But this time we're going to go on to 13, back off to 12, and then roll it up to 12 of the G. Then on to 15 of the B for a big double bend. With some nice vibrato, right? And then we're going to finish the solo with this little flurry of notes. Now it's really hard to hear exactly what he's doing here. It's just a flurry of notes, right? But I think this is pretty close. Chromatically, we're going to go 14, 15, 16, all in one motion on the G string, right? Then we're going to move it down to the B string, 15, 16, 17 twice. Kind of like that. And then 15 onto 17 into a full step bend on the high E. To finish the solo, right? Right, and that is the solo. So let's take it from the top, starting with the harmonics, and then we'll be done. Whammy bar on that final one, right? And there you go. That is how you play the solo to Living on a Prayer by Ritchie, Sambora, and Bon Jovi. Certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that'd be very kind. Hope you're well out there in your little guitar corner of the world, wherever that may find you, and we will see you next time. Cheers.